What's up, YouTube? How you doing? It's your boy back again with another video. Guys, in today's video, we want to look at the most hated people on the African continent and why this is the case. Let's get into the video. Holla! People, the most hated people on the continent happen to be people that everybody has a love-hate relationship with. These people with the tag or label of being the most hated also happen to be the most successful people in unreputable activities and underground activities. At the same time, these are the same people who dominate in legal and legitimate activities like music and sport, business and fashion. So, having this label and being on both sides of the spectrum, love and hate, must be one hell of a tag for you to be in. So, how does it come to be that you can be part of a nation or a people that are labeled as one of the, if not the most hated people on the continent? See, the sad thing about it is one nation got this reputation, and one nation has outdone almost everyone else on the continent. Let's get into the pros and cons of what I'm talking about. Hello. Guys, the pros of being the most hated people on the continent, right? Number one, it brings attention your direction. What you do with that attention and all those eyeballs on you is up to you. You can spin a negative into a positive. Number two, the pros of being the most hated means that you can now embolden yourself to go even bigger in whatever you are deemed to be doing wrong. Because you're already being labeled a bad boy. So you can just go deeper and bigger into that thing to become an even better, bigger, bad boy, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, what I like about this tag about being the most hated people is like the people in question don't even see it. They don't even dwell on that. They just keep pushing. And that is one hell of an amazing thing to see, you know? But guess what? The people in question shall not be named because I do not want to be called a hater. So we are going to remain, they are going to remain unnamed. All right. So you can figure out who you feel is the most hated, and you can come up with your own version of who you think might not be the one you think it is. You understand what I'm saying? Hala, next we get into the negative aspects of the most hated people on the continent. Hala, go. Guys, the negative aspects of being the most hated people on the African continent. Number one, when you are the most hated people, people look at you with disdain, total disdain. There's just no coming back from that. And the one thing that comes with being the most hated person is that no matter what you do, you will never get rid of that tag of being the most hated person or most hated people or being a member of the most hated people on a continent. You could do all the good you want, but there will always be that negative connotation that's associated with being part of the most hated people. Some of the reasons people give for hating people just don't apply to everybody. But then that tag applies to everybody, which is totally unfair. And I don't like it when people actually do that to the wrong people. So, next, people, we get into the final verdict and the versions of what I think is the ultimate reasoning as to why some people are the most hated people on the continent. Holla. Final verdict on the matter, guys. These people, the most hated people on the continent, unfortunately, guys, my verdict is that most of them are wrongly and falsely accused of the crimes and of the bad deeds of the bad apples. Guys, it's totally, totally uncalled for, right? But here's the thing. What I do like, though, is the way they keep it moving. It doesn't deter them. They keep dominating in every space they get into. It doesn't matter whether they are the last ones to get there. It doesn't matter whether they're the first ones to get there. But when they get there, they make a statement and they make a big splash. No matter what you do, hate them or like them, love them or hate them, guys, you have to give something, which I want to say, but I don't want to say because people are going to tell me that I am wrong when I say you must give due and give respect to that. But I will tell you one thing, guys. Give an example. The Colombians. The Colombians were famous for one thing, right? And the Colombians didn't give a damn of who thought what about them. They just kept it pushing. Even though Pablo Escobar was the poster child, the poster boy for something that was not savory for the rest of the nation, right? These people on the African continent, bro, I'm telling you now, they are the most hardworking, most entrepreneurial, most impactful. And unfortunately, their tag will never leave them no matter what they do. Even if they have to turn to Christ and show you every day that they get into church and they pray on their knees day in and day out, that tag of the most hated people will always remain a stain in their lives. It's an unfortunate thing. And some of them brought it onto themselves, but at the same time, some of them have brought it onto an entire nation who do not deserve that tag. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and comment if you like the content that I'm coming up with. Please, let's engage. Let me know your thoughts. Holla!